It's like a bear.
I'm
All right, we're
eating
starting.
and drinking water in the closet. Okay.
Oh. Okay, everybody, welcome to the Never Too Old to Be a Wizards podcast. Of course, as usual, you have me, Sam, my sister Catherine, her husband Kyle, and as a special guest today, we have my wife, me being Sam. So, Sophia is with us, and we are going to talk about the
Me being
Beastmoon Hunt
Sophia.
event.
Hello.
Yes, her being Sophia. Sophia, why don't you introduce yourself, even though I did most of it already, and tell us what we're talking about this week.
Hello, I'm Sophia. Apparently, he's never called me that. Usually, I go by Sophie.
True.
I am too old to be a wizard, but here I am, and we're going to be talking about this new mode that I just got to because I just reached level 10 last night. Ooh.
Yeah, she literally got to level 10 so we could try out the Beastmoon Hunt so she could get in here and talk about it with us. But she has as much experience as Catherine and Kyle have in it at this point.
It's just crazy that Sophie is too old to be a wizard because she's younger than you, Sam. So
Yeah.
it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, okay. I don't want anyone talking about my age ever. See, because I'm never too old to be a wizard, there's just no age wouldn't be a factor. Like, I don't know why we're talking about it. Wow, that queue was way faster than when I tried to solo it this morning. I guess because we already had 3 people.
Me?
Yeah, we should all be in it. Do you guys have the timer in the top right?
I have a ready to go button.
There you go. All right, so the Beastmoon Hunt is it's a limited time PvP mode that they run. I think every month now they do it on the first Tuesday of the month and all the way around till the Monday of that next week. And we're loading into it right now. Basically, you can group up by yourself or with friends. You come into this room where you have a selection of characters that you can transform into. They have a little deck that is pre-made for you.
Don't do it.
You can adjust it by spending money here at the battle card vendor. Catherine, I already picked the fire elf. What do you want from me?
What the hell's wrong with you?
And then you can adjust your deck by spending money that you collect by running around the map. I want to get just first impressions, Sophie, Catherine, Kyle. Did you like it, hate it, why, and why not? Let's start with Catherine.
Well, first impression, the first time we played, I couldn't get in.
True. Oh yeah, our first match, Catherine somehow failed to get in because when it said the map hadn't loaded for her yet, instead of clicking retry, she was just like, well, cancel, and then it took a long time for her to get in. So me and Kyle were in a 5v6 that we actually lost that, didn't we? And just barely.
Yeah, that was our first game. We lost that one.
Yeah. We ended up crushing the next time because having 6 people helps a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, Catherine got in just in time to watch us lose.
That was so fun for me.
And I found out there are multiple maps. I guess but I've gotten the water one every time, so for this month it must just be this. Now, I wanted to ask, do you like the PvP aspect of this mode? Because there is a PvE version.
So you're not gonna ask Kyle and I what our first impressions were?
I was getting okay. All right, Sophie. Sophie, my biggest critic, supposed to be my biggest supporter, but just not how that goes in our marital relationship.
Actually, before that too.
Yeah, before we were friends too. All right, so Kyle, what do you feel about the mode?
I'm in the limited games that we had put in. I actually had a pretty good time. I mean, it's definitely a fun thing to kind of like break up the gameplay of like kind of like the just grinding and killing mobs of like the regular quest things. So I definitely enjoyed it, honestly.
Yeah, I think it's especially nice as an event, like something to do that you don't have to hard commit to every month.
So is it my turn now?
Yes, Sophie. Sorry, I'm distracted by the fact that I'm actually playing the mode right now. I was like, oh, should I?
Oh, I was standing in the portal and I did not go inside.
So we're in another 5v6 situation. Sophie never actually left.
How did this happen?
My apologies. Don't worry, I'll get started. So.
Because Sophie's very anti-PvP as a whole. So did you think this one was?
Yeah.
Do you like this one better?
As a Destiny wizard, I do like this mode better because I am the noobiest of noobs, as most of you may know, and I like that I can actually play a PvP. Things I disliked at the beginning, the first time I played, I'm like, I don't know what to do. These cards, I mean nothing to me. I didn't know what to play, and literally everyone in the chat is like, it's your turn," and I'm like, I don't know. And the thing that peeves me off the most is that I can't swim up. You know, as an avid swimmer, I would like to swim up and down
It
instead of
does.
trying to go through these bridges and whatnot, and I can't find anything.
Yeah, the two-dimensional walking in Wizard 101 is normal when you're on flat ground, but the map for this month is underwater, so it does feel a little silly that you're still stuck to floating around on the bottom of the surface.
So you haven't gone through Triton Avenue then?
She has, but we didn't finish. We didn't do the Selena Gomez part.
Oops.
I finally made it.
You didn't know that,
Oh
Catherine?
no,
That
this
entire
is.
section with the crabs is based on Selena Gomez. Have you found Nick Jonas and Grizzleheim?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
First thing.
Okay, how is that entire section based on Selena Gomez?
No, like I think the crab you're trying to save is both named Selena and voiced by Selena Gomez.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Should have paid more attention. Me. I did not know that.
Oh, that's like
went
another.
crazy.
Well, can I add to my first impression as
Yeah.
well of just wizards in general? So I never heard of this game until I married Sam, and yeah, Catherine and Sam were like, "This is the best game ever," and I was like, "Okay, I give it a try." And so I'm like reading the storyline, and Sam's like, "Come on, we're going to the next guy," and I'm like, "But I'm not finished reading," and Sam's like, "I don't read." And
What
so
a fascinating point about Beastmoon Hunt. That really brought it all together.
I mean, I would like to read the story. Okay, so I guess it's not my first impression of Wizards. It's my first impression of playing with you on Wizards. That you're just so far ahead of me at all times because you don't read.
Everyone looking at the screen can't see that currently I am getting criticized by my teammate because I made a bad play. Playing minimal. I gave him 3 pips and put a dot on myself at the same turn that he died, so he just had 6 pips and then died. So we're definitely gonna lose here, so I'm just gonna spend time wasting time.
How do I?
No, don't join this, Catherine. We're doomed. Go elsewhere. So I've also noticed that there's a lot more to this game than meets the eye, because you think like, okay, I have a pre-made deck, pre-made stats, I should just go to points, capture them, fight them, right? But there's actually a lot of strategy in that. I've seen one guy that his character was able to hold 2 extra pips, so he would go around, gather the pips, go to spiral, and then once all 4 people showed up, he would instantly drop a over 200 damage AoE on each character, and we could not come back from that. He completely destroyed us. I was like, oh, so there's more strategy to this than we had been giving it credit for at the front. And I noticed that there's actually rewards that you get after a game that you can use to upgrade your characters between games, but I bet Catherine and Kyle never followed up on that.
No, I was looking into it. I just was never, like I said, we played very limited games, and I never got enough resources or the event coins or whatever you would call them to actually upgrade.
You can upgrade your level. The tier is much more pricey.
I think that's what I was trying to do, the level, but it was like, I thought it was like 50 of the coins, and then
yeah, the 50, and I noticed from one win, 1 loss, we did not get the full 50.
No.
But with 2 wins, you do get the 50. So I think if you just play like 3 games, you'll have it. And I saw you were pretty put off by the fact that you had to garden to unlock the characters for future weeks.
Yep.
Because what they give you Beastmoon seeds, and then if you plant them, I thought like, oh god, I'm gonna have to take care of these all week just to get the 1 statue to unlock the character permanently, because they have a free rotation. So right now I'm playing the Fire Elf and I'm having fun with him, but if I don't unlock him permanently now, he might not be available next week for me.
What?
But I found out when you plant the Beastmoon seed, all you have to do is put it in the planter. They give you 2 planters for playing the mode, and then he will that plant will grow in 45 minutes.
Oh,
Like fully, yeah, redeemable. So it's much
Okay.
easier than actual gardening, which I've been doing a lot of. But yeah,
That's good to know that.
you just have to go do the starting gardening quest, put those 2 things in your house, put the Beastmoon seeds inside of them, and then come back in an hour.
Okay, that's a lot more reasonable.
Yeah, exactly. So I also noticed there's actually a pet for this month, like a new pet they added into the game that has a good fire spell, but you have to play the game enough to unlock. It's like a battle pass you see in a bunch of other games.
Mm.
Sophie, how's it going?
It's a good knitting game.
No, I'm talking about this battle
Very
you're about to lose right now.
Oh, good,
Pro
very
knitting.
good pro knitting battle, you know.
Okay.
And who said I was gonna lose? I'm gonna eat this guy.
Now
Because it's a shark.
The way this mode is won is by capturing bases.
Oh, no.
It's very similar to
Oh,
if
no.
anybody played Arathi
Oh,
Basin or Control
oh.
Point in other shooters. And
I just tried to eat myself. I just realized.
you cast shark on yourself?
I was trying to.
You were trying to cast
So I
blade,
guess-
but you click shark.
No, I was trying to cast shark, and I just kept clicking on myself instead of my enemies. You know how it be.
Okay. So I wanted to ask. So Kyle, you've played other Control
I
type
did
modes in the
lose.
past, right?
Yeah, I compared it to somewhat of like domination from Call of Duty.
Yeah, that's fair. It's spiral's open, but yeah, this mode they put a lot more weight on the spiral, and because of the way it is in Wizards, they had to change it up to where to make each point different. There's a different amount of players that compete in the combat. Normally, Wizards combat is a maximum of 4v4. So there's actual bases here that will lock you out from joining if there's more than 2 or 3 people based on the base. And then Spiral is the only map that you can actually have a 4v4 fight, which makes it worth the most points and the biggest point of contention on the map. We were getting destroyed.
This is the
Fine.
first game I've lost.
But I've also noticed for just getting points to towards your battle pass for this game, the fastest way to do that is literally just walk around capping points and never actually fight anybody, because you get 2 points towards your battle pass every time you cap one, and then you also get 2 points for killing somebody, and it takes a lot longer to kill somebody than to just
Yeah.
roll up and cap.
I was gonna say because I remember being in a spiral battle on the 4v4 that
Oh,
I
no.
swear felt like took
This is not...
almost 20 minutes.
It
for-
takes,
for one
yeah,
fight.
almost, I don't think it takes quite that long, but it does take almost the entire match. I think there's 2 spiral battles a match if they do go to spiral. And there's also a weird mechanic where the objective is to capture bases, but if the other team has all the bases, it might even be a better strategy to just not, so that they can't keep capping and getting more points. And I think that's kind of bad. Now, I think Sophie and Catherine, you both had an issue with the iconography on the spells. Do you want to touch on that some?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
Yes.
there as well.
Okay. So, go for it.
I genuinely was so confused because even playing like a fire wizard, I was like, I'll know all these spells, and I didn't know anything
Yeah, because you picked
about
Fire Elf,
what
right?
it was. Yeah, and it was telling like the images were not familiar to me at all. The like armor and stuff, and I don't know if that's like a Dragonspire kind of thing, if that's a different school thing.
Absolutely not. It's a recent
Okay.
update to the game that they used to fully write out, like on items they'd be like, this item gives a bonus to outgoing healing, but now they have a symbol for that instead. They wanted to simplify everything, I guess. But in doing so, they made it so simple that you have to have like a translation guide to even be able to do it.
And that's just on the PvP
It's
modes like this?
Well, it's on every spell, or even like gear you get now. They'll have like plus and then a symbol. So if you're like us and you know, oh, that's power pip chance, then it's easy. But if you're new to the game, you have no idea what that means. And in this they have, it's actually really simple. Like I've played about 6 games at this point, and honestly it's just like there's a symbol that means minion, there's a symbol that means trap, there's a symbol that means blade, and there's a symbol that means shield, and that's pretty much all of them. Once you know those, you can understand the cards altogether. It's only like 4 symbols to remember.
I know you can't hear our dogs right now, but they're definitely fighting to the death so quietly. Oh.
But if you look here on the Irksome Mander, it shows that he does 200 damage over 4 turns, and then if he clears a shield off of somebody, it'll deal an extra 75 damage. So I'm going to drop that on the guy with the shield. If I didn't click it too late, and I'm bad. There's also a typing kind of like Pokemon in this mode. Up here in the top left of the screen, you'll see there's a little wheel that's super useful, because me and Catherine, even in the normal game, have been like, what am I good against?
Wish that was in the normal game.
Yeah. Like, just for combat, right? Like, it doesn't have to be on your screen all the time, but when you're in a
100%.
fight, it'd be super nice to just be like, hey,
So
you're good
nice.
against Myth, because Myth and Storm aren't, it doesn't make sense without thinking about it, what that does.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I accidentally passed when I already had 4 pips. Man, I'm doing something.
I can't seem to find a fight for myself.
Now, I know Kyle's big anti-fizzle, so I mean, does it matter a lot to you that there is no fizzling in this mode, or is that?
No, I wouldn't say it matters a lot. I feel like you kind of need to have that in a game mode like that, because if fizzling became an option, it would just prolong the battles even more.
Which, yeah, because that's the thing that slows this game down the most, is just the core combat of Wizard101. Because in a shooter, it doesn't take long to shoot somebody and then capture them.
Yeah, I was gonna say, although that they do have the spells that will force people to.
And they also, I saw in the dev diary that they actually made sure to truncate the spells in this so they didn't take long to cast. Which is another thing I know you were concerned about.
On the topic of fizzling, Sam, I have a question for you.
Oh
I know this is not my podcast, but this is a question for you. How does it feel to not be a storm wizard and fizzle more than me, a storm wizard?
When we were trying to get Sophie to level 10 yesterday, she was storm, and she fizzled once the whole time we were playing. I swear I fizzled twice a fight. As an ice wizard, it was killing me.
Oh, okay. So for the iconography, is it? You said shield, trap, blade, pretty much.
Pretty much. The trap literally looks like a bear trap, right?
Okay. I've seen the shield, and I think I've seen the trap. What is the blade then?
Isn't it just a sword? I think the shield is a little more confusing because it doesn't look like a shield. It looks like a chest of armor.
Yeah.
Which is what the shields have on them when you cast them in this mode. But yeah, I've got a really good spell here that just pops shields and does bonus damage, so it's really good for these shielders. And then you'll see there are actually other spells that get rid of. I guess there's a symbol for damage over time and healing over time, but those made sense to me without needing an explanation.
Yeah. Well, it was confusing to me because some of the fire spells I was looking at on the fire elf were saying detonate, and that was just completely foreign to me. As in, like, I guess the dots would just
detonate is a spell that is one I think you get later as a fire wizard.
Okay.
Detonating is just a mechanic that pops, fire spells right now. Alright, so I wanted to say also that I do enjoy that the voice or the text chat in this mode is global, so like for your team, and it tells them what location you're at. So if you just say like, you don't even have to say help son, you can just say help here, and it'll say son in front of you for them to come to your location and help you in the combat. Yeah, because if you look at the chat log here, the teammate me and Sophie are working with says one more star before Sophie shows up, and now they're saying we're gonna get wrecked because we are gonna get wrecked. Because our healer is dead and their healer is fine.
Beautiful.
And we haven't even killed one person.
I kind of forgot that he was a healer, so I was actually aiming for the other ones,
The
and
Minotaur.
then I realized he was a healer, and then I was like, you know what? Let's go back.
They keep healing over
I'm
time,
here.
this Minotaur, and it's causing me
I've
problems.
arrived.
Oh, thank God. You're here for the. See, you'll see the little X is stopping her from joining the battle because it's a 3v3 location. So my thank God was sarcastic. I don't know if that was so as obvious as it could have been.
Your bullying was apparent to everyone. Everyone heard.
But I wanted to know, like, other than just the fun of the mode, is there any, like, are y'all at all interested in the rewards that they give from this mode? Or are they completely unimportant to you?
I wouldn't say they're unimportant as much as I don't know what they do.
Yeah.
So they are unimportant to me at the current moment.
Yeah, because I would say the main things that you get are that you can unlock more of these characters for later months, which I think is cool to me as someone who enjoys the mode. And also it seems to be an exclusive pet for this month. I don't know if either of those appeal to you guys.
Honestly, I feel like it's not extremely important to me. It's more of just the fun of hanging out and actually teaming up.
Yeah, I think
for me in this mode.
It's a much more accessible PvP mode than
Yeah.
than
Regular
actual
PvP.
Wizards PvP, which is I think we're gonna either that's gonna give them enough points to where we lose at Star, or we're gonna win by recapping.
It's still anybody's game.
No, you're definitely gonna die.
So
Me?
one thing that you were just saying, as talking about one of the people you're being in a battle with being a healer, just made me think of. I kind of wish that with being like a little symbol next to the name would kind of show the class.
Well, it
that
shows
character is
what like I think because I mean the character models, it's pretty obvious what type they are. Like this is a black ninja pig, he's death. This is a green golem, he's nature. It shows you what school they're in, and then this guy's myth. And the general concept is that myth has summons and some support spells.
We won!
Nice. Yeah, we capped other bases before the fight ended, so we ended up winning.
That was me.
Good job.
I kept that last base.
Yeah, and then
Good
it shows a little like I noticed also that it only shows the first name of the characters on the score screen, and then
Yes.
I think that's just a safe space, but it might also be to maintain anonymity after the game, so somebody doesn't beef with you.
I was very confused because it showed my whole name whenever I was playing. So
yeah, it does during like you can see Sophie's name above her character, but on the score screen at the end you can't be all like, oh, that person was bad. I'm gonna get him.
no, I'm pretty sure I saw my.
Catherine, did you capture 17 points?
I was running around the whole time.
Seems like you might have carried. It looks like you captured 17 locations.
It was me.
Just by standing on them.
Lord,
I actually believe that.
Doing all the work. You must have got crazy
exclusive
points.
pets appeal to David. No, I think that's I'm much more interested in the pet idea than unlocking a purse. Like
this is another thing you can get from winning. I got a hasty harvest here. It's a spell, a gardening spell you can use to instantly finish one of your seeds rather than waiting the hour. You can just plant it and finish it right away. So it's I don't know why they decided to implement the planting. If it only takes an hour, why not just give me the reward from the plant?
Yeah.
It's a silly stopgap, but it is super manageable. Like it's really not that bad. I just don't know why it exists at all, unless
especially when you can. Sense.
Yeah.
Especially with the one where it's, hey, you just plant it, use this, you're done.
Yeah. And I think the third mark in the battle pass gets you a guaranteed hasty harvest. And then you want to get up to, this is where you start getting the nice rewards. The first like 6 aren't really worth much. But then the last 3 you get like a pack, which normally costs like money to get. You get the fire pig, the fire ninja pig for later months, just right there. Then you can also get this little crispy ninja pig who comes with a fire blade. He's the exclusive
crispy bacon.
That's interesting in that pet now.
Because also the blades from separate sources stack, so Catherine could cast a normal fire blade and then this crispy ninja pig blade, and they would both.
Oh, that would be very good for Catherine. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just watching that animation.
the belly.
Yeah, it's very reminiscent of Catherine's leprechaun humping the gold.
Oh no.
Okay, I don't want you to come for me in such a way.
And then when it comes to the monthly rewards, there's a lot of like daily things, like you'll see here, leveling up a beast form or harvesting a plant will give you, like, you can do 5 or 10 of those a day. But they say the Beastmoon hunt's one of the easiest to get through the battle pass on because there's an unlimited per day amount of just playing the mode. If you just keep playing,
Yeah.
you'll get to the end of the battle pass, which is pretty nice because there's other ones that do not do that. If you miss a day, you might not be able to get to the end of it. So they
So
seem
are
to
you
really
running it back?
yeah, I'm gonna level up my Fire Elf real quick, which you can see here adds a new little spell to him.
It won't let me unlock, like, if I try to unlock one permanently.
Well, when you unlock the beast, you have to have the statue, the Beastmoon idol for that beast, which you need to get by
planting
the seeds, and then I believe
gardening.
they give you a random idol. Yeah.
I gotta go figure out this gardening nonsense.
It's super easy. As long as you have gardening, you just literally put down the 2 pots they give you. I think they're called Beastmoon pots or something like that. And then you plant the Beastmoon seeds in the Beastmoon pots, and then you get the thing. Yeah, boom. Now I got a level 2 Fire Elf. Spicy.
Yeah, I can do that after.
What is it? Elemental Moonstone. Oh no, it gets harder. And you have to get this from harvesting the guys. Okay, so it gets much harder to level up past level 2.
Oh wow.
Because you have to actually get these from and harvesting, and it's not a lot harder, but it is harder.
So is it true that if you are leveling up whichever character, does the leveling stay or does it reset? Yeah.
The tiering up your guy is how once you unlock tier 1, you have him permanently, and then you can upgrade his tiers so that you can add more like treasure cards with the gold you find around the maps. That will last permanently, but the leveling is just for the month.
Okay.
And they say the traditional wisdom is if you're going to level them up for the month, level up a couple of them in case somebody grabs yours, because I should work on a second one since Catherine's going to try to steal my elf every game probably.
Every time. I was trying to unlock Fire Elf permanently, that's what I was.
And I think, and yeah, they don't have a ton of guys available overall, but I think they give you a bunch of free ones each month. I mean, there's a lot to choose from. Even if you're the last person to pick, it's not like you're forced into the one you hate.
If you don't get in for the whole game, you are forced into maybe between 2.
I don't know if I noticed this during the game, but are you able to have 2 of the same character with the different class types? Or no?
Yeah, you could have an Ice Elf and a Fire Elf, I think, yeah.
Okay.
I think. I don't know that.
I don't know. Because I was playing the Cyclops and I was playing the Death Cyclops, and there was a balance one. And so I didn't know if that was an option, as like someone else could play the balanced Cyclops.
See, now that is a good question. Yeah, I couldn't tell you. Like until one of us like owns Fire Elf, I don't think we'd be able to figure that out. A cursory Googling is not being as helpful as I want it to be.
You don't think you can try to just grab it right now whenever you like load into this next lobby?
Well, no, because they don't offer. Were you able to pick both schools when you went up to the statue?
I was able to pick one or the other, yes.
Yeah, but were they both like choosable? Because I thought when I went up to the statue they were both there, but only one of them was actually free for each one.
I'm pretty sure I was able to choose both.
Was it Cyclops specifically that let you do that?
Yes.
Okay, so me and Catherine will try to run up to the Cyclops and see what's up.
Okay, I'll look at the Fire Wizard, you look at the Cyclops, and then we'll
Catherine?
reconvene.
What level is your Fire Elf, Catherine? Because mine's level 2, so I think if you want to be a team player, you have to give me the Fire.
Okay, Sam, if I can figure out gardening even a little bit,
you're gonna
I'd be higher.
Okay.
It's over.
And then I wanted to ask, do y'all think this would be more fun as a PvE or PvP mode? Because they do have both. Okay, you can't pick the balance.
What is
Cyclops.
PvE?
PvE is where you're not playing against people. PvP is where you're playing against other players. PvE is player versus environment. So would you rather it just be a team against like mobs?
Define environment.
Like there's literally at each capture base, there's just guys to fight.
I think I would like PvE. Oh, well, I feel like it would be almost the same, but I like the idea of both just because I think my favorite part of Wizards is the bigger battles where I can like take out my my big boy cards.
Well,
And
there is a boss at the end of the PvP one if you get far enough. Like you're trying to run around and defeat people as quick as possible, and then once you unlock the spiral, that's where there is a big boss battle at the end of the PvE mode.
why are there quists? Oh, because you can always come back.
Yeah, you can come
and
back into the
get
base
quists.
to heal after a fight. Because if you win a fight, you don't go back to full health.
That's true.
The three things you want to keep an eye out around the map is there are pips that you can go into battle with extra pips based on your character. Like some characters can't hold any extra pips because their higher pip spells are too good.
Is that the little Omega symbol that floats next to you?
Yeah, well, you see how mine has 2 little dots under it? That means I have room for 2 pips.
Okay.
Interesting.
And then
I'm confused. Wait, how do you get pips?
They're literally just floating around. If you look on edges on this map,
me.
that's where pips normally are.
Help me.
Oh.
I'm gonna go. And this
They're trying to
Beastmoon
fight.
chest gives you treasure cards as well as money you can spend on treasure cards to adjust your deck.
They trying to fight me, and I need help.
You gonna lose?
It's 2v1, so yeah, for sure.
David wants to know if anybody wants eggs. Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
As well, yeah.
I'm so hungry right now. Even though I'm allergic to eggs,
You're like, but right now, I wouldn't even question it.
I wouldn't even question it. Gimme.
Let's a shorter list. What is Sophie not allergic to?
Wizards.
Oh,
Dogs. I'm
Yep,
not allergic
got
to
it in mind.
dogs or cats.
that's
Or
so
mouse.
interesting.
Mice or mice.
Okay.
I just wanted to give a brief update on for the podcast viewers on my past experiences with
Yes.
now getting the spell dragon. Okay, because I don't want people coming to me about how I didn't have dragon, so I made a whole PowerPoint presentation on Scald because I did. And here's the thing: I've had
did do
dragon
that.
for a week, and I've used Scald more still because my power pip chance is awful.
Yes. You choose nothing but health gear on a fire wizard because you're ridiculous.
Yeah, because I'm
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I do it a lot.
I'm just sad. I'm just sad a lot. It's just hard.
I mean, is there anything else we need? I mean, this mode is super simple, so I feel like there's not a lot to touch on. Well, I feel like because it's PvP, there is a lot of, like, meta to it. Like, there'll be things where, like, I'm in a bad fight, I'm 1v3, there's no way I can win, but instead, based on the wizard's combat, I can waste as much time as possible and take as long between turns as I can. Just to waste 3 people's time.
I don't think I would enjoy this as PvE. I think the PvP is what makes it more enjoyable.
I think when it comes to PvE, I can just go play Wizard101, you know? It's mostly a
Yeah,
PvE
I would say
game.
if this was PvE, it would feel like a side quest.
Exactly. Which, of course, we're all against. Everybody hates side quests.
Nope. Disagree.
But I really like, I don't know, as a PvP mode, I think this is really fun.
I agree.
We're putting a dot on who? Who are you trying to dot? Oh gosh, I wasted my turn. I'm terrible.
Overall, I'll give it 4 power pips out of 5.
David says, I thought Kyle made the PowerPoint. He wants to take credit away from Catherine.
I don't. Okay, to be clear, Kyle made it, but it was my vision. Okay.
She was the Steve Jobs, and I was the factory workers across the sea.
Oh no.
You got a big chill. Chill out.
You got a big chill.
Have you tried any other character? Because I've only tried Cyclops and the werewolf.
That is something I would like to try.
Just trying out more of the dudes.
Yeah.
I think
there's
there's actually a decent amount of deck variety between them. I mean, I love Fire Elf because my favorite thing to do in any game is just stack dots on people till they just die.
I was actually gonna say that's another thing I actually really enjoy is that it is very different spells than you see in regular Wizard101.
Yeah, for sure.
And so it's kind of fun to like.
They made
I
think over 100 spells just to fill out the decks of each character in this game.
Like right now, you just got hit by that creepy ass looking fly thing.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't like it. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's a thing from later in the game, but also I hate it. So send it back.
Oh, my
And I
room is
think
open.
some people are now saying that fleeing is a bad idea. Like, we've been fleeing as soon as you lose so you can go and be useful. But if you flee, it counts as them defeating you, and they get 2 points towards winning. So if you think you're
Oh,
gonna win the battle,
no.
you should hang around. But I normally when I flee, it's because I'm like, yeah, we're doomed.
We lost, yeah.
But yeah, so if you're winning, you might want to hang around even if you get
Yeah,
knocked
boy.
out. But as soon as it's obvious you're gonna lose, bail.
Yeah, I mean, I've been.
Oh, whoa!
Back...
Did y'all see that?
No,
What?
what?
I put a dot on the enemy, and he just took it and threw it at my teammate. He took it off of
I
him and
just
threw
saw
it.
that. That was wild.
That was so crazy.
I'm back to what y'all were talking about trying different characters. It's just like, that's what I tried to do last game, and I ended up never even, like, no one would fight me. I ended up running around capturing
Yeah,
like
you were the
17
Minotaur.
bases.
Yeah.
I
I
didn't
like
get
the
to
Minotaur,
explore
but
any
yeah, you ended up not
spells.
fighting anybody. Oh, please don't kill
I
me.
was like, I want to look at their stuff.
Don't do it. Don't kill me. Oh, why is he attacking my teammate? I'm at like 25 health. What an interesting decision he's made. He did it!
What?
111.
Big money.
Dope.
I like how it's got little cute versions of all the guys.
I carried again. Did you watch me? Did you look at how I carried the whole time?
This is me uh, harvesting the Elder Beastmoon Blossoms. Alright, so I got multiple of these moonstones they were talking about. Like the ones you need to get to level 3, but I didn't get any of the statues. Did it again? Still no statues. Interesting. Okay, so I don't know what to do with that then. I mean, you do get a statue from playing, you know, enough to get the statue for the month. That the fire pig is the one this month. But I didn't get any from my seeds. Let's try
That
instant
seems
harvesting one of them with the gold treasure cards they gave me. So I have 2 hasty harvests, so I just harvest that guy. Oh, it says harvest a mature Beastmoon now. Oh, he had to be mature first. I didn't oopsie. I did it when he was a seedling. Alright, I'm gonna try it now. I'm confused.
I'm watching you try to figure this out.
What did I do wrong? Oh, it still wasn't mature. Oh my gosh, I'm so dumb. I wasted both of them. I wasted both of them. That feels
You
bad.
You
hate
only
to
had
see it.
2?
I
You
only had 2.
hate to see it.
And I think I spent 20
Although it's
energy doing that too. Yep, sure did.
It is what it is, okay?
It
I'm
is
Because you're
what it
sleepy.
watering.
is.
I'm
Yeah,
sleepy.
we can hear your like throat.
No, you cannot.
We super
Yes.
can. The problem is we super
During
can.
the podcast?
Yeah, the
Yes.
whole time.
You
Gross.
didn't
I was
hear me
eating
ask you?
too.
Yeah.
I'm like, Catherine, pass
No,
your water.
Yeah, so we called you out on it. What?
I didn't hear it.
That's funny. No, I don't want to see this.
I've never felt so attacked.
Oh. Oh, wait, guys. They gave me 3 hasty harvests. I'm saved because I got far enough in the battle pass. Alright, we're gonna try it again. Do it again, grot it out. Here we go.
Ra-da-da. I have to
Hasty
get
harvest.
some air out of this closet.
Boom. Get hasty harvested.
Are they mature, Sam?
I sure hope so. There we go. They're elder now. Yeah, we're good. We're good. I did it correctly this time. Yeah, I did. I did it at teen last time. I'm so dumb. All right, got it. Boom, boom,
You
boom,
did a
boom,
seedling and a teen and a
boom, boom. It gave me a fire cut. Yeah, you know. So I'm getting a lot of these stones that you need to upgrade guys, but it's literally 0 statues. So I guess this is just for leveling your guys. Huh. I mean, it's also giving me, on the plus side, it's also a very fast way to get your, like, 10 harvest of plants for a day that you need. Like, those are some of the daily rewards, or point sources you can get.
Hmm.
Leveling up a beast form gives you a bunch. You need a lot of points as it gets down the road, though, because I thought this was like a even track. Like, I thought this would be as far away from the pig as the seats are from the thread, but it goes like 25 from here to here, and then it's like 111 from here to here, so it gets harder as you go.
Okay.
Get a bunch of Lunari, more seeds. I'd like to get to the end, but I'm just not going to. I know that because it ends tomorrow.
I want to drink water without being judged.
I don't know if that's manageable. You're just drinking so loud. I just don't know if we can go without judging you.
She'll log off. She'll drink in Dallas. Dang, Catherine's still drinking.
Yes,
I get a text from Sophie. That water's still good though.
Yeah, how that water, what that water do?
I've never felt so insecure about my water drinking.
You're insecure. You're insecure.
Yeah, then it makes you feel any better. You should
You're
feel insecure
insecure.
about your water drink.
You're
Does that
insecure.
make you feel better or worse?
About my lack of it? Yeah.
No, I'm saying you should definitely feel bad about how you drink water because it's like mad loud. Anyway.
We're probably gonna. Oh.
David
No,
said, all right, David's really blowing you up. He says, everyone else heard it. All right, this has been quite a fourth episode of the Never Too Old to Be a Wizard podcast. I'd like to thank Sophie for taking the time to get to level 10, try out the mode with us, and talk with us. You had fun, Sophie?
Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the enthusiasm I like to hear. So anyways, I would like everybody to catch us on Twitch at Never Too Old to Be a Wizard, catch us on YouTube at Never Too Old to Be a Wizard, and please tweet at me at NeverWizard. I made that Twitter and I don't know why nobody tweets at me. Subscribe.
Please.
Subscribe. Thanks for having me.